Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Papa Trades Daily. Hope you guys are making money. We're making some money on Tesla. We are loaded on some calls. Things are looking good. Things look like they're going to get even better over the next coming days. Do keep in mind that over the next 2 days, based on past history, June 1st and 2nd are extremely bullish. So things look like they should be in our favor. Without further ado, let's break down Tesla and the overall market, the SPY. Alrighty, guys, so let's get into this. Looks like here I was breaking down Ethereum. As far as it disappeared again. As far as crypto goes, I'm actually a little bearish on that. I mean, things are not looking the best. And that's just, I'm not even going to be really talking about crypto, but that's just a personal point of view. I mean, things look like they got to drop a little bit. Bitcoin definitely looks like it needs to come down and touch that 25,000. So in the short term, I'm bearish. Long term, of course, super bullish on Bitcoin. But anyway, let's get into what this video is about. We are going to be talking about Tesla. Now, I did post on my shorts a few days ago. We should be loading up on some calls. Tesla is in some crucial levels. Tesla is a company that can move when it gets going. And right now it's got a catalyst. Elon will be presenting the Model 3 in China in person. So super bullish. He was down there talking, debating some stuff. He did say that, Tesla will remain partner to the max with America. It will be an American company no matter what. So that is great news for those of us that are, from this side of the world. And I think it's a good news for the EV sector as a whole, all right? As long as this stays based on the democratic sides, it should be, for the people, to the people, so on and so forth. However, it is going to be, it does look like they're bringing in some deals into the table in China. So if we can grab onto that market, if Tesla can really, prove itself, it doesn't have to prove itself to anybody, but if it can prove itself, worthy in the Chinese markets, you should really see some huge explosions. Apple itself is already at pretty much where it was before the bearish market started. Now, this is my personal thesis, and this is what I've been thinking. You take a look at Apple. Look how Apple has just been ripping. It has been ripping since back in, since January. So since the beginning of 2023, it's just been bam, 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 all the way up. It's pretty much exactly where it was at its peak. It's actually a few dollars away. It hit 179. Its peak is 181. $2 away from its all-time high. So this is, if you don't think this is bullish, I don't know what you're thinking. So can Apple bring in a new all-time high? I personally believe so. Now, yes, there is some sort of tech bubble. Things do seem to be a little overinflated. But however, we're about to enter a presidential year. After bad years of economy, what a president wants during its re-election year is to have, a good market to, back its presidency up. So I'm extremely bullish over the next year or so. And I honestly don't see why Apple and the whole tech sector cannot, break new all-time highs and go a little bit further up before we see any downside action. So that's my personal take. Again, it's not financial advice. It's just, entertainment purposes. Or sometimes, we make money. And if we don't, we have fun. All right. You look at Microsoft as well, MSFT. Oh, that's still Apple. We're going to get MSFT up there. If you go into Microsoft, look at that. Also, almost there, just a few dollars away. 335, 328. It closed out today. It tapped 336 today. 344 being its all-time high, which means that it is a few dollars away. Same thing as Apple, just a few dollars away. So, what are we doing? Nvidia obviously had that massive pump that we talked about. It's been looking insane. Interesting times for Nvidia. Its daily chart, it's got to come down to that sooner or later. We got to play those puts sooner or later. But I will be waiting on Nvidia to break 363 and then I'll probably play it down to like 350 and then go from there. But I will be waiting for it to first break down below that, that low from May 25th, because I wouldn't be surprised if it hits that low and it just rips and it just keeps going up, because why not? Tech sector right now is in a bubble. Things are going positive. Market's great. Presidential year coming up. So things are looking good as far as all that goes for the tech sector. It is a bit of a bubble blowing up, and I don't see why it wouldn't continue to go through. But if we look at Tesla, if I zoom out a little bit, now this is the all-time high from November 2021, right? Which is when like everybody peaked. Now the thing about this is that Tesla's all the way down here, while Microsoft and Apple and all these tech companies are like getting close to their all-time highs. Now this is Tesla we're talking about, and Tesla can move, we all know that. Now my thesis is, if things stay positive, if we are going into a re-election year, if the market, the overall market, which we're about to go over, is also going to be looking bullish, and I don't see why Tesla could just take some massive pumps to the upside. And that's what I'm trying to cash out on. Right now, it is trading. It closed out at 203, so we beat that. Oh, by the way, what a way to finish! What a finish! Right when you thought it was gonna be a bearish day, it goes up, and then it goes a little, down, little bull flag going on right there. Bull flag, uptrend. Takes a little downside. That's a bull flag. And what happens? It breaks out, and look at that last candle. Wow. Just Rip City. Just 200. That's a $3 move within 5 minutes. Now, if this doesn't look bullish to you, now especially with June 1st, like I said, June 1st and June 2nd being bullish days, I mean, I don't know. I told you guys yesterday to get some Tesla calls. It would have been a hard morning for you, because it was a little bit of a hard morning for me. I picked up some calls right around here, which was great. This was just I held tight, because when you know the fundamentals, you just hold. My risk was if it broke 195. So it did come down all the way to 195.06. We didn't get to see the 94s. If it would have kicked me out. I would have been out. Fortunately, it didn't. So that bounce from 195 all the way to 204. I mean, tell me this isn't a bull market. Whew, things are looking good. Now, going over to the SPY, right? So first of all, Tesla is part of the tech sector, right? So the 3Qs, which is the NASDAQ, this is an ETF, just like the SPY tracks the overall market, the S&P 500, and the top 500 companies in the world. The Qs track the NASDAQ, which means it is tracking the tech sector. The tech sector has been pumping since, same thing as Apple, since the beginning of the year, just bam, 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 bam. Now right here, it's getting ready to hit resistance, but I'm not seeing any major resistance over here from the past. It looks like the Qs could still go more or less to 365, so we still got some time to go, and in that time, I think that Tesla could definitely make some moves to the upside. I mean, you never know, it could just rip straight through it and go back to its all-time high. But if the Qs, which is the overall NASDAQ sector, overall tech sector, keeps moving up, I believe that it could definitely lay out the platform for Tesla. It has the catalyst with China. It's breaking out it's breaking out its massive resistance from the past few days. Let's go back to it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There you go. So as you can see, we already broke down from this one that I drew out. Now this one is not really, just tackling the top ones, because that would be too far out. But it is aiming to create a trend going sort of through the front, hitting this top one right here is the last one. Once it broke through out of that one, which was recently, it had a phenomenal day. Let's see, what did I do that day? It went from a low of 184 to a high of 198. That is a $14 move in one day. Now, I don't see why nothing like that could not be coming up. You see right here, this is the next trend, those three tops right there. So it's right there. It looked like it was getting rejected today. Again, we had that beautiful bounce that I just showed you in the 5-minute chart. Now, if we can push through that, I'd say like 205 more or less. If we can push past 205 and hold it, I would expect easy the next 208 would be the next mark based on this candle right here. And after that, we are looking at the teens. And that is where I'm playing this play. I believe that over the next 2 days, it should be hitting between 210 to 215. That's where I'm looking to sell. I did buy it around 195, I believe 197, 195 to 197 is where I picked the calls. Playing them all the way to 210, 212. And I don't see why things cannot pay off. If we look at the SPY, the S&P 500, now the SPY tracks the top 500 companies. It did hit a bit of a resistance over the past 2 days, but I think that it's actually healthy. We saw a nice little comeback towards the end once the several Fed presidents from different states, especially one, I forget his name, did say that the Fed, he would support the Fed stopping all rate hikes, and things should be moving to the upside based on that information itself. Now you see here, it's looking for me like, we hit the bottom, we bounced right off. You see, we had a bull flag over here. We broke out of it. We came all the way down. We're looking at the 4-hour chart down here. Came all the way down. We bounced off of that one. We came all the way up to 422, breaking 420 again. Now it got rejected, came down, and right there, 416. Bam, bounced almost off exactly the line that we have drawn out right there. Now, if it does bounce off, which it did, and I would expect for us to test again that 423. If we can break that, we're looking at 424, 425, and if the SPY starts going in that direction, those Tesla calls are gonna print, the Qs are gonna move up. Tesla should definitely hit those teens, and we should be looking at a 200-300% profit. Again, I hope you're subscribed. I hope you've got that bell rang on Papa Trades Daily on my YouTube channel. You will be getting notifications and whenever I'm buying something or whenever I'm selling something. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and let's make more moolah. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below if you have any questions. I would love to help you out personally. Any questions around finance, that's what I'm here for. Papa Trades Daily, guys. Let's go.